Morning, all. All right, some news of the day for all you fine people on the internet. So, last night before I turned in, of course, I did the trade video and then I did the review, and I saw the comments this morning of classic jinx. THG posts a video and then something else happens. Well, yeah, it's the trade deadline. Of course, other things are going to happen. And the funny thing is, the thing that happened hasn't happened yet. So it came out that Dallas, we'll start with the Dallas news here. Dallas was trying to make a trade for Mikko Rantanen, and that all that stood in the way of it was Rantanen had to sign an extension with Dallas first. Dallas is not paying the price that Carolina wants them to pay for a rental. So they have to sign the player first and then make that trade. It has not taken place yet. Apparently, there's a bit of a stalemate, although they're still talking. The deal's not dead, is what I'm saying. Although it could be. It could be dead soon, and Carolina's going to have to scramble. If Dallas can't reach a deal with Rantanen, that's 3 teams. And people are going to say, well, he's being greedy. I think he's decided that he knows what he feels he's worth. And whether we agree with him or not, he's sticking to his guns. And he likely will get very close to or exactly what he's looking for as an unrestricted free agent. How many times on July the 1st, free agent day, have we seen somebody sign a contract and go, how the hell did that happen? And it's because there's a bidding war between teams. So, Rantanen, I think the fact that the trade hasn't taken place yet tells you he's playing hardball, which he did with Carolina, which he did with Colorado. And then we can all debate what he's actually worth and all that after a contract gets signed. But at this point, it has yet to happen. Yes, it could happen between now and when this video goes live. Absolutely. But at the point where I'm recording this, it has not happened yet. Going back to the top of the board, Jason Zucker has signed a 2-year extension with the Buffalo Sabers, the cap hit being $4.75 million. He's had a good year for Buffalo. I understand them wanting to keep him. I understand him wanting to stay. The question mark with Buffalo, I talked about the Sabers in yesterday's video. They need a superstar forward. They have a lot of good players. It's a matter of where's that superstar leader that's going to make them a playoff team. And if your answer is, well, they traded one to Florida and they traded one to Vegas, it's kind of mean. I wouldn't bring it up. Kyle Palmieri's off the block for the New York Islanders. So extension talks are ongoing. There's speculation that over the next few days, which means it could happen today, Palmieri will be signing an extension with the Islanders. If you're an Islanders fan, let me know if you're happy to keep Palmieri or if you'd rather see what he could fetch in a trade. I don't think it'll be a lot, although there's a trade on the board here that has some people scratching their heads. But in terms of maybe that shows Palmieri could bring back a lot. But Palmieri is not being traded today. Jake Walman was traded to the Edmonton Oilers, as was expected last night. And in return, San Jose gets a 2026 first-round pick. It's top 12 protected, but that protection goes away if the Oilers trade their 2027 first-round pick. So I don't think Edmonton's going to do that, but it's just something that is baked into this deal that the 2026 first, that protection goes away if the Oilers trade their 2027 pick. Also going to San Jose, a 25-year-old center, Carl Berglund. 45 games played with Bakersfield this year, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points for Berglund. So that's the prospect going over to San Jose from Edmonton. We'll see if the Sharks call him up and if they use him. You just never know. I remember Kesselring looking like he was kind of a throw-in and a deal to Arizona back in the day, and look at him now. Kesselring's actually a pretty good defenseman. So never underestimate the guys who get thrown into these deals. New Jersey, closing in on an extension with Kovacevic. Kovacevic has had a very good year with New Jersey. Helped to be a good, positive addition to that blue line. And tonight, we'll see how things go for Kovacevic and the Devils. And we'll see whether or not maybe he gets that extension signed before then. And he'll also be playing with Dumoulin. Dumoulin apparently, I think I was reading, was paired with Kovacevic. We'll see how that pairing works. Anthony Beauvillier is off to Washington. He's played 63 games for the Penguins, 13 goals, 7 assists, 20 points. I think Beauvillier's played some really strong hockey at points this year. He had a great start. Recently, he's been playing well. So Washington pays a price that some think's kind of high, a second-round pick this year. Beauvillier's bounced around a little bit. This is his 5th team in 4 years, something along those lines. At any rate, Washington gets a depth player and Pittsburgh gets a draft pick. There you go. Pittsburgh's actually adding draft picks. Let it begin. I think this is great. Now, this is the framework of a deal. So, apparently this is how this is going to work. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna circle it and all that because I don't know that this is the final trade, but there's been talk about Josh Norris going to the Buffalo Sabres along with Jacob Bernard Docker and going to Ottawa, Dylan Cozens, Dennis Gilbert, and a 2026 second round pick. If this trade is as this is, if this is what this is, I honestly I like it for Buffalo. I know that there's always going to be that injury risk with Norris, but if Norris can get his goal scoring back, who knows? Maybe Buffalo's added themselves a decent second line center here who can really help out. And I've seen people saying too that Cozens, Norris, it's kind of the same. There's problems with both players, so it doesn't necessarily improve things a lot. It will be interesting to see how Cozens does in Ottawa. He has had his struggles in Buffalo. And it'll be interesting to see how Norris does in Buffalo and if he is exactly what they're looking for. If Norris can stay healthy, Buffalo can win this deal. If Norris still struggles with injuries frequently, then Ottawa can win this deal. There is always the chance, too, that it ends up being sort of an even Steven kind of setup. So that's the rumored deal that's out there. Elliot Friedman putting that out just before I started recording for all you fine people. And we'll see if there's anything else added to this trade. But kind of a difference maker, and within the division too. Something that at one point in time would have been kind of unthought of. You're going to trade within the division, that's risky. And now teams do it often. It's not considered to be a big deal. Both of these trades on the board, actually all three of the trades on the board, are within the division. So there you go. But let me know your thoughts regarding these trades. Let me know your thoughts on Rantanen. Will he sign in Dallas? Maybe he has by the time this goes live. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. The live stream will be going live in roughly a half an hour's time. So stick around for that, and I will talk to you again soon.